Cold game. First round draft pick.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Malcolm Bennell. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and share. Cuz, what it do?
What do, cuz? Long time no see.
Long time no see, cuz. I'm feeling good, man. We 4th of July week came, man. We took a little hiatus, but we back now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back in action.
How you feel?
Feel good, man. Feel good. Just left the gym, back in the studio. Couldn't be feeling better.
Cuz the crazy thing is just because we wasn't active on the stream, man, we were still in communication. And one of the things I hit you up last week, I think it might have been on a Tuesday. The news dropped. I was at work in Home Depot, getting some material, figuring out what bit I was going to put in my drill. And then I get that alert on my phone. Look at my phone. Bleacher Report. Myles Turner signs with the Bucks. I out loud in Home Depot. What the? Everybody stopped and looked at me. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I immediately called you, cuz. And I remember that conversation.
I didn't ever see it by the time you called me. I didn't even know what you was talking about.
Man, I wasn't saying so much very nice things because I just think it's so disrespectful, cuz. I'm just gonna get straight to it, man. It's so disrespectful, man. I've never experienced recently. I'm sure we could probably go back and think of a time where we felt this type of anger towards a player, but I haven't experienced this type of anger towards a player in a long time. And it's not the fact that he's choosing to go to our nemesis, to our rival, to a team that we've been beefing with harder than any other team. All of our smoke has been with the Bucks on court. We done been toe to toe with them plenty of times. So it's not just that he's going to the enemy. It's that the way he left the Pacers, the final time we seen him in the finals, he was with us the longest 10 years, and the fact that he sold us so hard in the finals is what angers me. I feel like he was a Benedict Arnold. It makes me feel like he already had a foot out the door because there's no way that you play for a team 10 years and during our biggest moment, you fall flat on your face. You give us no production. Game 4, he didn't score a single field goal, cuz. Game 7, he only played 20 minutes or he didn't even play. It's like, where was Myles Turner at for to be the 7-foot stretch defensive big? He came up very short in the biggest moments when we needed him. And then in the offseason, just a few weeks later, you gone to the arch nemesis, cuz. I'm extremely disappointed, extremely mad. And if it was up to me, he gets no recognition, no celebration in the state of Indiana, especially not in Cambridge. If he ever came back to Cambridge, I know I've seen some questions on X saying, how should we welcome him back with a chorus of boos? The whole arena should boo him. He was a heavy reason, a part of why we didn't reach our ultimate goal. He was trash in the finals. Let's not forget that. He was maybe one of the softest big men that we have ever seen, especially of our big men that we know in Pacer lineage. You're talking about Rick Smiths, you're talking about Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Jermaine O'Neal, Jeff Foster. We didn't have some rugged ones come through. And he had to be the sweetest of them all. And this move right here just confirmed it. And the cherry on top, Kevin Pritchard gave his press conference today, cuz. And he said that he found out the news that Myles Turner was leaving through Shams. It just confirmed what we all knew. Myles Turner is a bleep. Go ahead, Cuddy.
He's weak, not hard. Coach Clark, man, 100%. There's a few things that come to mind when I think about that. Yes, Myles Turner has some good games throughout the playoffs. He has some good games. He was a huge reason on why we were in the position we was throughout that regular season. In the NBA Finals and in the NBA semifinals, I think Myles Turner didn't play very well. He might have had a couple good games. He had a couple good moments, but he definitely didn't play well in the NBA Finals. And I don't know if that's just OKC, but, in them situations, I know everybody's Haliburton. We looking for our 10-year vet in those times, you know what I'm saying? And for you to be out there boinging and getting, rebounded on, just losing the ball, turning it over, missing free throws. I'm just like, I watched every minute of it. So it's like Myles Turner through my fandom for the Pacers got me on the bandwagon. Like, this is our guy. We riding with him. You know what I'm saying? So that can mask a lot of feelings and a lot of the way you feel about somebody. But when I sit back and think about it, I really never been a hard Myles Turner fan. I've never been a defender of got to this year 10. This is from, I like Myles Turner when we drafted him. I'm like, oh man, we got a stretch 7-footer. He can stretch the floor out of Texas. I remember seeing him get drafted. I'm like, oh yeah, we got us one. And then he just slowly progressed. But if this is the final evolution of Myles Turner, then sayonara, good riddance. If this is the final evolution, and you want $25 million for that, I know that Kevin Pritchard was probably like, we have to discuss that. We're going to discuss cutting into that luxury tax. You know what I'm saying? To keep him on me for what? I mean, is he going to get better? How long? We gave you 10 years. So he said, I'm going to do it on my terms because I know if I wait on their terms, this ain't going to be what I want. Milwaukee's desperate. They're absolutely desperate. They don't have a championship lineup. They two best players from that series, other than Giannis, is finally in the starting lineup per se. I don't know other moves they're gonna make, but Kevin Porter Jr. and Gary Trent Jr. to me, they who had my attention in that finals. I'm like, don't let them two get off. Like, okay, yeah, we got Giannis, but he can't shoot and he can't shoot free throws. But don't let them two; they can get a bucket. So, and Myles Turner is just a glorified Brook Lopez out there. He gonna hit the occasional three, but let's see, a couple years from now, 1, 2, 3 years from now, when we back full force and we see Myles Turner in the playoffs with the Bucks, let's see what he's gonna do. Maybe 3, 4 years from now, Myles Turner might be at his peak. But if this is peak Myles Turner year 10, if that's what you call peak, bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk bad about you, but I'm not hurt behind it. I'm really not hurt behind it. With Haliburton going down, let's lose a few games. Shit, let's not even go to the playoffs. Let's see what we can get in the draft. We'll figure it out from there. We waiting on Haliburton to get back. That's where our money's invested in. We just got to put on a show for next season, and I hope our fan base stays loyal through the 25-26 season with Haliburton being out. But we planning for 3-4 years from now. And Myles Turner, I don't think he fits that plan anyway. So see you, Myles.
Right, and because we've been diehards our whole life, ever since we've known what NBA and what sports are. We've been Pacers fans, and the thing is, I've watched Myles Turner for 10 years, and here's my final takeaway and scout report of my time. How I will remember Myles Turner. He came up smiling the biggest moments when we was battling with Bron all them early years when we had Vic. Oladipo, he was coming up real small in those big moments every time. We kept on giving him chance after chance, saying, "Oh, he's just young. He'll get, he'll build some strength. He'll be tougher next year." And that never developed. For you not to have a double-digit rebounding game in the finals, I mean, it's pathetic. For you to only come up have 2, 3, 4 rebounds, and in the finals, it's pathetic. And that'll be my lasting memory of him, man. And just to confirm, like Coach Clark said, he left off emotion. He took a quick deal and ran. That's been my final memory. Just a soft, weak-minded individual. And then when he comes back to the Cambridge, make sure he knows that he's not appreciated. I know the Pacers gave a statement, and they said, they gave him his flowers and said, 10 years, I'm appalled, and I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted in this outcome. So, I mean, good luck to you. I mean, I've never seen a 7-foot. I've never seen him, every time he was catching the ball in the post in the finals, he wasn't stealing his man off. Dudes was getting up under him, stealing the ball. He didn't have a good post move. I mean, NBA Finals, 10 points, 4 rebounds. It says Myles Turner straight soft. It's cotton. I told y'all this 10 years ago, and I would tell you that right now, Myles Turner was a liability for us in the NBA Finals, and that's a fact. And with that said, he don't even deserve for us to even speak on his name, because you know who we got? We got Jay Huff.
Mm-hmm.
We picked him up
Talk
just
to
a
me.
few days ago. Got him for a couple second rounders, and he is a killer. I'll take Jay Huff any day. Former G League Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1". Of course, Kevin Pritchard does it again. What he does is he finds diamonds in the rough. We did this with Nembhard. We took Nembhard off of Boston's bench where they had him buried, brought him to Indiana, gave him a role, and he shined in that role. Same thing with Nembhard. They had him buried in the second round. Nobody really believed in him. What Kevin Pritchard do? Draft him, gave him a role, built him up, and now he's one of the better two-way wings in the NBA. Jay Huff, here we go again. He's 27 years old, still relatively young. We're going to give him a role, give him a position, let him compete with Isaiah Thomas and James Wiseman for that center role, and we're going to see how it shake out. And all we did was give up a second rounder for him. We still have our first round draft pick next year. I mean, and from the film, I'm liking the way the guy plays. He can hit the three ball. They say from his totals, he's around 40%. All he want to do is yam it backwards on the boy. I like the way he's attacking that rim on him. And he fits into what we got going on. So we're gonna see how it shake off. I'm loving the move, cuz. What you think about the move?
Yeah, I like it. Anytime you bring a footer in, shoot, that's always good. Like you said, he's still relatively young, 27 years old. A defensive player of the year in the G League is nothing to sneeze at either. He'll give us some depth. He's that depth that we need. You know, the Pacers play with a lot of depth. If they moving you up, if they bring you in, you coming to Indiana to play. So Jay Huff is gonna get some minutes. Hopefully we can, find some love for Jay Huff. There's a couple guys I'm so ready to see next year. Jay Huff, what's your boy from the kid that was coming out the bench at the end of the game, the white boy, what's his name?
Furphy.
I want to see Furphy, Nembhard. I want to see what he can do handling that rock. So I'm ready to see them all, and I think the infusing of, you said we get Isaiah Jackson back?
And yeah, Isaiah Jackson back from Achilles, and we get James Wiseman back from Achilles. He only played a quarter.
Right, yeah. That was probably one of the best quarters of the year. I got to find it, but yeah, I mean, we good at big. We got footers, we got depth, and don't forget, we still got I don't know what we're gonna do with what's your kid? The kid from IU, big man. He came in.
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant. So I don't know what we're gonna do with him, but we got bigs. That's all we need. We got bigs. Let's make sure we got some guards. We got one in the draft, so we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for the Pacers 25, 26 years. It's gonna be real interesting.
Mm-hmm. And while everybody's playing checkers, man, Kevin Pritchard's playing chess. Kevin Pritchard and Buchanan, because we're gonna see how this roster shake out. We're gonna see how these young boys perform. We're gonna give them a year to shine and do their thing. But really, in reality, this is what I think, cuz in the East right now is really four true contenders in my eyes. You got the Knicks, is now or never for them. You got the Cavs, it's now or never. Orlando, and supposedly Philly, which I don't. Boston, they first team All NBA guys in the boot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jaylen Brown, is he still there?
Jaylen Brown's still there, but he proved that he had an opportunity to carry him game 6, and I don't think he's not capable of putting the team on his back. He don't really got the handle. He's a lot turnover prone. He's not Jason Tatum. We like Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is tough. I have to admit it. He's tough, but he's not Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum got the handles, got the shot, 6'9". He's versatile. I mean, he's a first team All NBA guy for a reason. So until he comes back, I don't see Boston as a true contender, even though they got nice pieces over there with Derrick Wright, Jaylen Brown. They got nice, but without Jason Tatum, he's the cherry on top. That's what makes them a final contender. But without him, I only see 4 in the East. I see Cavs, I see Knicks, I see Orlando, and I see Philly. And so with that being, I think the Pacers, it's time for us. We can maybe take a step back, let our young guys play. I don't think we're going to have a good year, but it's fine because this year, next year, the draft is deep. You got that boy Peterson from Kansas. He might be, they saying he might be one of the best guards that come out in college in a long, long time. He cut from the same cloth as, Anthony Edwards and Clyde. I told my homie he looked like Clyde Drexler, he wears the armband. He's out there smooth with it. He just pure, You got Lil Boozer, Carlos Boozer's son. he's 6'9", going to do. He's a killer. He's coming out, and you got AJ Diabonsa, 6'9", do it all for. So it's some killers in next year's draft. What the Pacers need to do is get up in that top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. And if the Mavs can do it, anybody can do it.
right.
And they rewarded the Mavs with number 1 pick. Hey, Tyrese is out. Y'all might as well give us a number 1 pick.
Hey.
Well, I'll say, bro, come on, bro. Now you saying that Jaylen Brown is not Jason Tatum when you and Malcolm said the whole year that Brown was better than Tatum. Come on, bro. Hey, the crazy thing is, though, we got to go what the evidence shows us. And we was saying that all year. For a fact, we were saying that. We can run the clips. We were saying that Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum. Because the thing is, I believe what we were saying was Jaylen Brown has the heart. He's the engine. He's the toughness behind him. But really, Jason Tatum is the skill. He's the finesse. He's the real shot maker. But Jaylen Brown is the Finals MVP, so we cannot discredit him.
Jason Tatum's the shot taker, boy. That boy gets so many shots. Man. He gets so many shots. I wish I was Jason Tatum. They go out there and shoot about 40 times. He gets so many shots.
Hey, one thing. Go ahead, cuz.
Nah, I say he's the standard though. Jason Tatum is, when you're looking out on the floor, you want to see a guy like Jason Tatum, but damn, he get 40 shots a game. He gonna get his 30. That's for sure. He get 40 shots, 35 shots.
Right. He definitely do. And one thing, Unc ain't gonna let us forget. That's one thing. We did say that Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum, but Game 6. Jaylen Brown showed us his flaws. And one thing about when you show us your flaws, especially in crucial situations, it's hard for me to forget that. When your back is against the wall and you show your flaws, you that has to be
noted.
That has to be noted, taken into account. And what he showed us at Game 6 was he's foul prone. He's going to get ripped. His handles is really not like that. And he can't put the team on his back and get the big dub. He was, and last time we were seeing Tatum in that Game 5, Game 4, Tatum was putting in work in New York. Mm-hmm. He was going off before he went down with that Achilles. So
the thing is, I think the name of the game next year is how do you stop Shai Gilgeous? How do you stop Shai? You know what I'm saying? So I think teams gotta, we in the East, we ain't got to worry about that. We already had our shit, but I think we kind of put the filler out there on how to at least get to him. So I know a coach is going to take that, a GM is going to take that run with them, get their team tailored towards beating Shai. That's just how the league works. You got to beat, whoever was on top. I wish that we had Jason Tatum. What can we put together to get him? We got to give up the farm. We don't want no damaged goods, so we already got our own damaged goods. So, yeah, I mean, you got to send the whole farm over there, draft picks, to Haliburton and everything else.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. But regardless of how next season shakes out, with with us being young and us having a lot of players being roles that they wasn't necessarily used to or they haven't been put in their career. Once Tyrese comes back in 27, 28, he's just going to be the cherry on top. It's going to be like us adding another killer because he's clearly the best. I mean, do you consider Shai Gilgeous a point guard? He's definitely a top 3, top 4 point guard in the league. Tyrese is, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's the best point guard in the league. I'm not trying to hear that, man. He's the best point guard. I mean, okay. Okay, you can say Shai. Shai played too. He let Jalen Williams take the ship, you know what I'm saying, in the finals. But yeah, Shai's the best. I mean, Shai's the best point guard as of right now. But Luka maybe, but no. I'm taking Tyrese, man. Somebody comment on who's better than Tyrese at point guard right now.
Please comment. I'm with you, cuz, man. Tyrese is the point guard that I want on my team. Drop Tyrese on my team because I want the point guard who can create, who got the handle, who got the vision, who pushes the pace, and he got the splasher.
And he ain't scared of the moment.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna be looking forward to seeing how the Pacers complete this offseason, see what moves they make to further the roster. The Fever, cuz we took an L to LA Sparks, but we won the Commissioner's Cup, which was a good thing. All-Star Weekend is quickly approaching. Kevin Hart is hosting Indy All-Star in the city this week. Caitlin Clark led the All-Star votes. Kelsey Mitchell went off for her last game, and she's going to be in the All-Star game. Because what you think about the Fever right now and what's going on around with the Fever?
You know why I follow the Fever. So I mean, Caitlin Clark's out right now. We lost the game. We won the Commissioner's Cup. I mean, we doing good. You know, I like the trajectory the Fever's on. People's talking about Caitlin Clark ain't been playing too well. She's been hurt, so she'll come back. Yeah, I'm here for Caitlin Clark, man. You know what I'm here for.
Caitlin Clark, man, just come on back, man. Get your groin healthy, man. McCaffrey, ain't that her man's, man? Hey, get her groin together, man.
Right.
You know? So we gonna go to soccer, man. U.S. men's national team lost to Mexico. Yeah, man. We was
we
in
can't
the
mess with the
final.
boys in soccer, man. We can't mess with the Mexican boys in soccer, man. Come on, man. It's not even. Come on. Listen. We come from the basketball state. You know what I'm saying? In the parks, I go to the parks today versus in the early 2000s when we was at the park, everybody was out there hooping. Now I go to the park, everybody out there playing soccer. And it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a Hispanic. So we can't mess with them in no soccer, man. That ain't no big news.
Absolutely, man. So
That's
yeah, they sport, man. We need to get get them legs up, man, get them feet up. Because when it comes to kicking that football around, you know, they gonna win every time, man. But we still got some practice to do before the World Cup is coming up really, really soon. So just get ready for that World Cup, man. Make some noise. And then also because we got training camp coming up real soon, July. It's just a couple weeks away, y'all, man. Y'all ain't got to worry, man. The thing I was thinking about this today too, because we've been so blessed that it hasn't felt like an extended lag. And I know we got a lot of MLB heads out there. A lot of people keep up with baseball. Me in general, I really don't keep up with a lot of baseball. You know, I'm really football, basketball to the core.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when as soon as basketball season ends, when the Pacers season's in, it's a long off season for me because the next thing I gotta look forward to is coach training camp. But we was blessed enough. The Pacers played until June.
Mm-hmm.
We played deep into June. So now I'm still we got summer league going on. I really can't even get into it because I'm still trying to digest this L we took in the finals and the fact that Tyrese is going to be out for the foreseeable future. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to digest that. So I haven't even really gotten to summer league yet. But this month, NFL training camp does start. AR Richardson, AR is back on that field. The coach have an opportunity to make some noise. Cause what's your thoughts about this coach upcoming season? How you feeling as of right now?
I mean, it is a huge anticipated season for me because I feel like this season can go great or it can go wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think when you come out there with a new defense, a new defensive coordinator, a new defense, you know, something that people haven't seen before, it's hard to, first off, I think it's hard to prepare for that, you know, because we're prepared for offenses, but they haven't seen our defense before. They haven't seen what we want to do yet. They can go off of last year, but there's another man calling the plays now. So we'll see how that goes. And then offensively, man, we have everything we need, man. It's just, come on, quarterback. You know, that's the hardest position. We're good. I think we're good on the O-line. I think we're good at running back. I think we're good at receiver. You know, so we're great at tight end. You know, I'm going to say that now. But, like, if we figure out that quarterback, we just don't got to do too much. I think we're so good. I've seen a lot of teams that can win with not a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be great. Just be good, be serviceable, know the offense, know where the ball goes, and get your guys the ball. You know what I'm saying? I think Josh Downs is due for a band. You know, Josh Downs is due for a band. You know, Jonathan
Superstar.
Jonathan Taylor's due for 2 bands. You know, and it's inevitable, you know, but it all depends on that quarterback. And I think in the NFL, I mean, 2 quarterback teams, I don't know. You know, I don't know how I feel about 2 quarterback teams, but if you plan on starting Daniel Jones, are you gonna package Anthony Richardson? Is he a package? You know, are we starting Anthony Richardson? I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? People are so scared of our start, man. Keep playing him, man. Keep playing him. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get better. You know what I'm saying? So You know, can he? I was looking at some Anthony Richardson. Now, what do you call a highlight tape that's not good? Or some non-highlight low lights. I was looking at some Anthony Richardson low lights just earlier today. He just put that ball up so high, man. That's his problem. That's his problem. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not a quarterback coach. I coach linemen. I coach the offensive defensive linemen. Somebody teach him how to get that ball down. I don't know if his shoulders. I don't know. Get the ball down. It's listen, because it's there. It's getting there. It's getting there at a high speed, but it's either too high or too to the right. Like get that ball down. So I think that'll service this game, but I don't think Daniel Jones is the answer. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be optimistic just because, like I said, like Myles Turner, I'm gonna be optimistic. You're a coach now, but I don't think he's the answer. I like Anthony Richardson, and that's my opinion. I think he's a better athlete.
Hey, everybody go follow me on X, man, Planning for Manning. Follow me on X at Planning for Manning, because that's exactly what we're doing if we're starting Daniel Jones. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, and it's simplified for me. You heard it here first. Daniel Jones will be the starting quarterback of Indianapolis Colts, and he will lead us to the playoffs. And I hope that happens. I'm a Colts diehard. I love the Colts more than probably any other team. As much as hard as a run, Pace went on. As much as as much as I love IU, I love when the Colts win. It feels the best. The city is the most vibrant when the Colts is winning. But we start Daniel Jones at quarterback. All I see is catastrophe. First round pick. Top 3 pick. I've seen Daniel Jones get the Giants a top 3 pick. I've seen Daniel Jones have a clear path to the end zone, fumble, and trip at the 20. I've seen this with my own eyes. I've seen Daniel Jones have an opportunity to lead a team, and he didn't do it. So we start Daniel Jones at quarterback. Please prepare to be picking top 3. And if he leads us to the playoffs, I promise my tune, I will be singing a different tune. I'm all for admitting my wrongs and my faults, and at the end of the day, I want to see the Colts win. But if Daniel Jones is starting at quarterback, I see failure, because that's all he's been in the NFL. He's been a failure, and we've tried to remix quarterbacks before. We tried to remix Carson Wentz. We see how that went. We tried to remix Jacoby Brissett. We've seen how that went. We've tried this before. Anthony Richardson, he's still young. I say give him a chance. I'm with you, cuz. Give AR the chance. But he is still young. He's injury prone. He already got the shoulder thing going on, and it ain't even training camp yet. I'm planning for Manning. That's where my head is. The Colts, if we gonna suck big time. Get the number 1 draft pick. Get Archie Manning back in the building. And because the good thing about where we at right now, we do have pieces. Josh Downs, he is a future superstar. I believe that. The boy got talent. We drafted Tyler Warren. We haven't seen him play in the NFL uniform yet, but he's clearly talented. Quentin Nelson, we clearly got a leader on the offensive line. DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, we got them boys on the defensive line. What we need is a quarterback, and if it's not AR, then we need to go to the draft, because it so ain't Daniel Jones. I know that. I didn't see him stink up MetLife at a high rate. We didn't seen it, so let's not get over here and start and hoping and wishing that a different QB is gonna walk on the field. That rarely happens. Once a quarterback showed you who he is who he is. So, and he's been nothing but a disappointment. So expect that if you roll him out as a day 1 starter, expect to be disappointed. And I'm fully prepared. Fully. So that's how I feel about the Colts. But who I am high on, I'm high on Fernando Mendoza in Indiana football. Let's run that back. Let's get right back to that college football playoffs. They got my full attention. I can't wait till NCAA come out. I'm gonna run with them all day long.
Oh, shout out to Guru to Dot. He had that. Hey, me and my brother, we game share. So he stays on the video games. I looked up because we game share whatever he get, I get. I looked up, he got the pre-order. I said, oh man, so as soon as we get off here, cuz I'm already feeding, I'm gonna go ahead and load it on up.
One thing about Guru, he do not play. He gonna get that NCAA the day it touches, and he's on it. And you know, I might be inspired to go ahead and grab it too. It's out right now, cuz.
Man, I is all right. I got to download it right now. So as soon as I hear that phone, I'm gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? Right here with it.
Cold game.
Okay.
Four, cold game. First round draft pick.